Have you ever stopped to think about why there are more elderly women than men? On average, women tend to live longer than men, and it might not be for the reasons you're thinking. Keep watching to find out why women outlive men. You might be surprised by what you learn. On average, women tend to live longer than men. According to the CDC, the average life expectancy for women is 78.8 years, while for men, it's 76.4 years. That means women have a greater chance of reaching an older age than men. But why? Is it just bad luck for men, or is there something else going on? To answer this question, we need to take a closer look at some of the factors that contribute to longevity and see how they affect men and women differently. One factor that could explain the gender gap in life expectancy is hormones. Women have higher levels of estrogen than men. And this hormone has been shown to have a number of health benefits, including reducing the risk of heart disease. Estrogen also plays a role in regulating the body's stress response. And studies have shown that women who experience chronic stress are more likely to develop health problems that can shorten their lifespan. Men, on the other hand, have higher levels of testosterone, which can promote muscle growth and increase aggression. However, high levels of testosterone can also lead to risky behavior, such as speeding and drunk driving, which can result in injury or death. Testosterone also plays a role in the development of prostate cancer, which is the most common cancer among men over the age of Torden. Another factor that could account for the gender gap in life expectancy is behavior. Studies have shown that women are more likely to engage in health-promoting behaviors, such as regular exercise and a balanced diet. While men are more likely to engage in risky behaviors such as smoking and excessive alcohol consumption, these behaviors can have a significant impact on longevity, and it's possible that they play a role in the gender gap. For example, one study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association found that men who drank heavily were twice as likely to die of a heart attack or stroke compared to men who did not drink heavily. Another study published in the same journal found that women who engaged in regular physical activity had a lower risk of developing dementia later in life. These findings suggest that behavior may be one factor contributing to the gender gap in life expectancy. However, it's important to note that not all men engage in risky behaviors, and not all women engage in health-promoting behaviors. These are just averages. And there are many men who live long, healthy lives, and many women who engage in risky behaviors. It's also worth noting that these behaviors are not the only factors that can influence longevity. Genetics, access to healthcare, and socioeconomic status can also play a role. For example, one study published in the British Medical Journal found that men with a family history of heart disease were more likely to die prematurely from any cause, even after taking into account lifestyle factors such as diet and exercise. Another study published in the American Journal of Public Health found that men who lived in areas with limited access to healthcare were more likely to die prematurely. These findings suggest that access to healthcare and other factors such as genetics and socioeconomic status may also contribute to the gender gap in life expectancy. Despite these other factors, it's clear that behavior plays a role in longevity, and that men and women engage in different behaviors that may contribute to the gender gap in life expectancy. While these differences in behavior may not be the only factor contributing to the gender gap in life expectancy, they do appear to play a role. It's possible that these behaviors are influenced by societal norms and expectations. For example, men are often encouraged to be more aggressive and risk-taking, while women are often encouraged to be more nurturing and cautious. These societal norms may contribute to the gender differences in behavior that we see, which in turn can affect longevity. While the gender gap in life expectancy has narrowed in recent decades, women still outlive men on average. This gap is due to a variety of factors, including differences in hormones, behavior, and access to healthcare. It's also possible that societal norms and expectations play a role in the gender differences in behavior that we see. As we continue to learn more about the factors that contribute to longevity, it's possible that we will be able to develop interventions to help men live longer, healthier lives. Now, Let's take a closer look at the science behind why women tend to live longer than men. One theory is that estrogen may play a role in protecting women against certain diseases, such as heart disease. Estrogen helps to maintain healthy levels of cholesterol in the blood, which can reduce the risk of heart disease. In addition, estrogen also helps to regulate the stress response in the body, which can help women cope with stress more effectively. Chronic stress can have a detrimental effect on the immune system, which can make women more susceptible to diseases. Another theory is that testosterone may be detrimental to men's health. High levels of testosterone can promote the growth of prostate cancer cells, leading to an increased risk of prostate cancer among men. In addition, testosterone can also promote aggressive behavior, which can lead to risky behavior, such as speeding or drunk driving. These behaviors can increase the risk of injury or death, which can contribute to the gender gap in life expectancy. It's also important to consider the role of genetics in longevity. Some studies have suggested that women may be more likely to inherit genes that promote longevity from their mothers. This is because the gene for mitochondrial DNA is inherited from the mother. And mitochondrial DNA is involved in the production of energy in the body. Women may also be more likely to inherit beneficial genetic variants from their fathers that protect against age-related diseases. For example, one study published in the journal Nature Communications found that women are more likely to inherit genetic variants from their fathers that protect against Alzheimer's disease. Access to healthcare is another factor that could contribute to the gender gap in life expectancy. Studies have shown that women are more likely to seek out and receive preventive healthcare services, such as mammograms and pap smears, which can help to detect diseases early when they are more treatable. Men, on the other hand, are less likely to seek out preventive healthcare services, which can lead to diseases going undetected and progressing further, which can ultimately reduce their lifespan. It's also worth considering the role of socioeconomic status in longevity. Studies have shown that people with higher socioeconomic status tend to have longer lifespans. This is likely due to a variety of factors, such as better access to education, healthcare, and safe housing. Women are more likely to be in lower-paying jobs than men, which can limit their access to these resources and ultimately affect their longevity. However, as women are living longer, they are also retiring later. So it is possible that this gap is slowly closing. In conclusion, while women do tend to live longer than men, the reasons behind this are complex and not fully understood. There is no single factor that can explain the entire gender gap in life expectancy. Rather, it appears to be due to a combination of factors, including hormones, behavior, genetics, access to healthcare, and socioeconomic status. As we continue to learn more about the factors that influence longevity, it's possible that we will be able to develop interventions to help men live longer, healthier lives. Ultimately, understanding the factors that contribute to longevity in both men and women can help us all live longer, healthier lives. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and share for more informative content. Stay healthy and take care.